Right, the big reason why I couldn't sit after having a big bowl of cereal is I just had a big bowl of cereal, and before I brought meat back into the diet, I would be very uncomfortable. I'd be much more uncomfortable than I am right now. I'm uncomfortable, but I know it's been worse in the past. And the reason is because of Candida. I was swelling, I had overgrowth, and it was causing some problems, some bad problems. After eating a huge meal like what I did again, uh, that swelling would just push out, and there's only so much room, especially in the chest cavity. And I would have to turn around or stand up if I could. It's torture to have that swelling. And that swelling wasn't just after the eating, after having a large meal, which I want to go off of what I naturally crave, and I don't want to time things. I don't want to portion things, but when I don't eat meat, I have to. I was on a heavy meat diet for many years in my 20s after reading Protein Power in 1999, and I think they wrote it in 96, and that really inspired me. I was getting fat. I found that book, and a give a book, take a book section of the library on Candida Air Force Base. And I was close to losing my rank for being too fat. And then I found this protein book, and I'm like, wow, protein. That's what I need to do. I didn't know anything about nutrition. Needed to cut back on the sugar and increase the protein. And I went all in. I went hard. I was eating a lot of meat, and then I was getting constipated because I was like really excluding all the vegetable matters, and I was getting constipated. That was a problem. So I veered away from the meat, and then over years, I don't know, I just kind of went back and forth, got into the herbal stuff, and I've tried some strong herbs and some weak ones. I've gotten comfortable with a set kind of herbs to use, herbs and spices. Oh. But while living in my car, I never really was a good cook at home. I never really was into cooking, so I didn't really do it a whole lot. I was eating a lot of peanut butter and stuff, which eventually caused problems for me, like acid reflux. But cooking has been a problem for me, and it's a problem for everybody, because it's a lot of people just don't know how to do it. But then also, if you're living in your car, it's like hard to do. But I have the propane tank here. I need to buy more propane, and I've set it up where it's easier. But when it rains, I still have difficulty with cooking. So I'm cooking more meat now, and just quickly the swelling problems have reduced. And the scariest part about these swelling problems after having a large meal is that night when I was getting that rapid heartbeat. I would wake up with a rapid heartbeat, and I'd wake up, and as I'm awake, my heart would still keep going. Crazy. Laying on my side, I'd feel my heart beat, and I was short of breath. I was missing out on some kind of vitamin or mineral that meat provides that everything else I ate doesn't. Eggs don't provide it, milk don't provide it. I need meat. Meat has really settled things. And I got away from meat. I took it for granted. I was into meat pretty heavy in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then I just sort of veered away from it, and then got to the extreme diets of, I'll just have eggs and milk as my primary source of protein, And I think I did that for maybe a couple of years, and then things just started going downhill. When I don't eat meat, I want to eat more sugar. I just honey tastes I mean, it's honey's good still, even though I am eating meat, but I need to eat more meat to supplement that. And I feel like I've got more of a salt taste in my mouth. I mean, if I wanted to try to understand what's going on internally uh, by how it tastes in my mouth, it seems like maybe there's some kind of a salt. Creatine is supposed to be like a salt with eating beef, and salt probably kills whatever the bacteria, fungus, candida that was swelling up my internal insides before meat. And I think that neutralizes it. Like salt is supposed to kill bad bacteria. I don't put salt in anything. I feel like the tanginess of the meat. Meat tastes great by itself. Chicken, beef, I mean all of it. It all tastes good by itself. There doesn't need to be any garnishments. I'd really like to solve this burping problem. But I'm not sure if meat is going to do that. I think I might have a permanent issue. Just swelling in the gut and air collects in there. Probably the top portion. But I'm happy to say that the swelling is down with meat, and I would be in a lot more discomfort after a big meal like I had. So I feel more comfortable eating the big meals as long as I'm eating meat in between. And I got I had beef yesterday. I want to drink that beef broth. I really don't have meat planned for today. I want to drink that beef broth first. So I want to focus on that, and I might not get to that for a little bit since I just had this large cereal. So that's my report. I don't want to repeat myself again, so I'll just stop here.